Welcome in, everybody. Hard to believe basketball season only a week away. Brandon Vickery here from Valpo Sports Info. Glad to be joined by the first-year head coach of the Valpo women's basketball program, Mary Evans. And well, Coach, last time we sat down in this setting, you were just coming to Valpo. So since then, you've had a chance to grow accustomed to the university and to the community. Just what's it been like? What are your impressions of Valpo so far?
I've been really blown away with it. I think the university itself is amazing. Through my interview process, Mark talked about a Valpo experience, and it's been hard for me to put words to that, but I think it's just the family nature of the university as a whole. I think watching my players interact with the other coaches here, their professors, the administration, they're lucky because they have so many people that care about them and want to see them succeed.
When we talked last, you talked about how, hey, you'd have to re-recruit the players that are already here and get to know them over the course of the last couple months. What are their personalities like? What's the identity of your team?
I think I've walked into a great situation. I talk to AAU coaches and recruits about this all the time. And a lot of times when you take up a program, you have to fix culture. And I don't think that's the case. I think we've got a wonderful group of young ladies that are very committed to being successful, not only in the classroom but on the court. And they really do a nice job of putting the work in to get better. And they're fun to be around. Like, they look at life from a very positive way, and they never have the days where they come in and they're like, life is hard. They're very upbeat people, and it makes it fun to come to work every day.
I think when you look at any program, it all starts with seniors in terms of leadership. You have 3 players in their 4th year in the program: Hannah Schwab, a redshirt junior, and then seniors Allison Schofield and Meredith Hamlet. Let's talk about those 3 players. What do they bring to the table?
They've been fantastic leaders. They've each got things that they're going through. Hannah's coming off of an injury last year. Obviously, Meredith has come back with the most experience playing, and then Allison's kind of finding her niche within our system. But I think all 3 of them have done a fantastic job of leading our younger kids. And I think it all starts with their buy-in. And it's hard sometimes as a senior. You feel like the script's been flipped on you when a coaching change happens. And we're asking them to do things that are different than what they've done for the last 3 years. And I think they've all attacked that with an open mind. And they're really buying into the new philosophies on offense and defense. And they're just wonderful people and have been fantastic leaders.
I think fans can't wait to see your team on the court next week. So maybe a little bit of a preview. What stood out in practice? What should we expect from your team?
I think they've done a nice job. We spent a lot of time focusing on the offensive side of the ball and shooting the basketball. And I think I've been really excited the last couple of weeks at our growth on the defensive side of the ball. And I think there's going to be some players that maybe haven't played a lot of minutes here that are going to be leaned on this year. And so I think there'll be some surprises of people that you'll see that are really stepping up and being very productive for us.
Now, I know you want the players to be in the limelight, but next Wednesday is going to be a special day for you. It's your first game as a head coach at the college level. I know you've worked a long time to get to this point. What's that going to be like?
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of nerves, a lot of excitement. I'm fortunate that I'm going to be able to share it with my family. My husband's going to make the trip. My mom's in town. My brother's actually flying in for it. So, that part of it will be very exciting. But once the horn goes off, it's about what I can do to help those 5 players on the court and the 10 players that are going to be playing be the most successful. And so we've tried our best to do some things to not only help them prepare for that moment, but to help me prepare for that moment, since it will be my first time. And I just hope that I am able to help them through the process and prepare them to have a successful evening on the court.
Let's talk about that adjustment over the course of the last few months. Just what's different about being a head coach? What's the adjustment been like?
It's a lot different. There's a lot of things that you don't even realize when you're an assistant coach that a head coach has to do. You have a lot of time as an assistant coach to do things that you want to do, and when you become a head coach, I think you're being pulled by a lot of different people. So there are some days that I come into the office with a very specific to-do list, and some days I never get to a single thing on it. So I think that's been kind of the biggest adjustment for me, is just that role of being there for everybody, not just the players, but you have the coaches that you have questions coming in from, and support staff and administration. So that's kind of been, I think, the toughest thing for me.
Let's get a little bit of a preview of that opener in the sense that it'll be unique. 2 first-year coaches within their programs. What are the challenges preparing for playing another team that also has a first-year coach?
Unknowns. Like, we don't really know what they're going to do. Like, we can hear things we can think about where each other have coached. But I don't know exactly what Tasha's going to do, and she doesn't know exactly what we're going to do. So I think from a preparation standpoint, it really makes us lean on our principles. And that's what I've been talking to the players about. We had a scrimmage last weekend that I purposely didn't ask her what she does, because I wanted to have a game where we went in blind and we had to make adjustments throughout the course of the game. So I think that's going to be the toughest part of the night, is just every other game that we play the rest of the year, we will have preparation. We'll have an idea of how teams are going to play us and what we need to do to stop them, and we're really not going to have that at UIC. We're just going to have to really stick to what we do and our principles and make adjustments throughout the game.
A game, of course, at UIC next Wednesday. Always an exciting night, opening night. Can't wait for it. Coach, appreciate the time and good luck.
Thank you.
There she is, the head coach of Valpo, Mary Evans. For all the latest on Valpo women's basketball, check out valpoathletics.com.